Hey everyone. I realized it had been a couple of days since I checked in, and so I thought just before I run off into the wild blue yonder for the weekend, I would check in and say hi. So, for those of you who are fans of the Taylor Mage series, I have a short story that is going up in the fifth edition of Clarion Call, which is not yet out in print because of COVID and all of the mess that's going on with that. But it is coming, so please be patient. But one of the things that they're doing is that they have a YouTube channel. So you want to look up on YouTube the Agorists Writers Workshop, which is Agorist. Double checking my spelling. The Agorist Writers Workshop on Facebook and on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel, and there are people who are authors in all five of the various anthologies that they've done who are doing readings. I happen to be one of those authors, and what I did was I decided to do it as a bedtime story. So you get to see me all cuddled up in my jammies with my nightcap on and my teddy bear. And I have a lovely little reading of the opening words of my short story for the fifth edition, which is Fire and Faith. And my story is about the origin of one of the vampires who shows up in the second novel, which isn't out yet. So you get kind of a sneak peek into what's going to be happening with or one of the characters that shows up in Blood Water. So I'm hoping that that will encourage some of you to go take a peek and listen to the awesome and amazing authors who write over there. And I'm also hoping that it will encourage you to purchase the book when it comes out, and purchase my book when it comes out. Once the COVID emergency is over, things will start rolling again, and we'll be getting those things out to people. And it just timing on everything really sucked this year, and it's nobody's fault. So please be patient. All of us are working together to make sure that things happen the way that they're supposed to. um, what else? Well, happy Easter to those who celebrate. Um, Happy Passover to those who celebrate. I'm beginning to think that the idea of putting blood on my mantle as a way to avoid being hit by pestilence is probably not a bad idea. I don't know if it'll work, but it's working better than some of the other things out there. um, what else? The garden is coming along really well. I have had to take a break partly because it was hovering around freezing and pelting rain and sleet, and I don't like working in the garden during that. Rain when it's warmer is fine, but rain when it's coming down in that icy mix is not gardening weather in my strong opinion. Um, but also because I somehow or another managed to pull a muscle in my shoulder up into the back of my skull, which is giving me these shooting pains that shoot up into the front of my brain. It's absolutely phenomenal. To anybody out there who suffers from regular migraines, you have my utmost sympathy. Somebody told me that it sounds like this is a similar sort of pain, although not exactly. All I gotta say is it's a lot better today. The last couple of days, I've kind of been walking around squinting and not moving my head because it was really sore. Today, I'm doing much better. um, what else do I have for you guys? Oh, well, one of the things I'm actually going to be doing is posting up my recipe for beef roast. I will be putting that up on web, my Facebook page, and it'll probably end up on my cooking page as well. Uh, just because I found a recipe that works, and the roast beef when it's done comes out rare in the middle and kind of medium rare on the ends. So if you've got people who really don't like the rare stuff, they can go from the ends. But it's so tender. It takes a really long time to cook, but it's so worth it. And it's the kind of thing that I think our ancestors would have done, that long, slow cook to make for tender meat. And so I want to share it with you because I made tweaks to the recipe as it originally arrived. And I think that you will enjoy it. And it's definitely worth it. It is a very low maintenance recipe for all that it takes a long time to cook. You basically put the rub on it, it sits for 30 minutes on the counter, then you stick it in the oven at a high temperature for 15 minutes, and then after that, you ignore it for 3 hours at a lower temperature. It just cooks away on its own, and you don't have to do anything, and when you pull it out, it just tastes phenomenal, oh my god. And, so, yeah, I wanna share that with you guys. Because it's not a strictly, medieval recipe, I'm going to not put it in the cookbook, of course, but I wanted to share it with everybody because it's yum, and it could be medieval, I just don't have any proof that anybody cooked it that way, so anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'm gonna go do my fun Easter weekend stuff with my family because that's who's here. I hope that you have fun with your family. And if you are not with your family for some reason, that you manage to Skype or Google Meet or whatever it is, Zoom meeting, um, and get together with the people that you love. Reach out and touch somebody virtually this weekend. Even if Easter isn't your thing, this is a weekend that families traditionally get together, enjoy food, even on a secular level. So please do reach out. You know, if nothing else, bake up some cookies and drop them off at an elderly neighbor's place or something. You just put them on the stoop and then back off and ring the bell and run away. Leave a little gift for somebody. I can tell you I've watched a couple of people who've gotten random gifts and it really makes their day and it makes them feel loved and hugged from a distance. So, love you guys and have a great weekend and I'll probably see you again on Monday. Bye.